Hi book besties, welcome back to my channel. I'm Angel if you're new here, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Speaking of, if you're new here, stop being new. No one likes a new kid, okay? Subscribe. I'm just kidding. I was actually the new kid a lot, and you know when people say you're gonna miss the high school days? I do not miss them at all. I'm so happy to be done with it. But we're off topic, so let's get to the point. Today I will be using the TBR jar to pick my TBR for March. It looks so empty, but that's because I made them very small. So I haven't done this video in a while, but I did add some more prompts. I've basically been in a slump for months, so I've hardly been reading, but my spark for reading is coming back and I'm so excited. So we're gonna pick a TBR. Will I read them all? Most likely no, but sometimes you gotta do things for the plot, and that's why we're doing this video, for the plot and content. So, and it's also really fun, and it helps me narrow down which books to choose from. Little ASMR moment. Let's pick our first one. Okay, it shouldn't be this hard to grab one. A green book. That's super fitting for March. Let's see what I have. Okay, so these are like the greenest books on my TBR right now. This might be a bit more blue, but this book is One Dark Window. It's super popular. I don't know too much about it. I just know like it's kind of like a gothic fantasy. I know there's sickness involved. I've heard the magic system in this book is really cool, so I would be kind of excited to read this book. Plus the second book came out not too long ago. Option number one, and then option number two is Tress of the Emerald Sea. I hear very mixed reviews on this book, but it's a Brandon Sanderson book, and I hear like if you want to get into Brandon Sanderson, this is probably a good place to start. Decisions. And this is why we're making this TBR jar, because it's so hard to choose. Honestly, I feel like this book is just a bit more green, plus it's clearly more green, so it's better for the prompt. First book on my TBR is Tress of the Emerald Sea. And I think I'm just going to choose 8 books because I want to have options. Again, not that I will read them all. Okay, next up. Title that starts with the. And that's like so many options, so let me just pick like 3. Okay, here are my 3 picks. I have The Silent Patient. I hear that it's so good, but I hear that it's really slow in the beginning. This is basically about a psychotherapist that's captivated by this woman's story. She killed her husband and then hasn't spoken ever since. So he's trying to get her to talk to unravel the mystery of why she did it. And yeah, it's supposed to be really good. I have the Mindflex series. I have yet to read this, but I hear it's so good. It's just super thick. That's been keeping me away from this book. But it's basically about a serial killer. She's dating a cop. The cop is searching for the serial killer, which happens to be his girlfriend. It just sounds so good. It sounds juicy. The drama is there, the tea is there. So, but this thickness, it's keeping me away. And then I have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and her writing is super easy to get into. She also is the author of the Inheritance Game series. I didn't really like it too much, but I've heard this is kind of like Criminal Minds, but in teenager form. So it says to catch a serial killer, you have to think like one. Oh, okay. I think I'm leaning towards The Naturals. I feel like this will be a quick, easy read since it's YA, and I know the author is known for that type of writing style. So the second book on my TBR will go to The Naturals. Now let's see what's up next. It says written by a female author. Again, so many options. I think most of my books are written by female authors, so that's very hard. But I'm just going to take this chance to pick a book that I've been wanting to read. So this book is Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. It says she's addicted to sex, he's addicted to booze, the only way out is rock bottom. So both of them have addictions, and I hear like there's fake dating involved, and it sounds very interesting, and I can't wait to read their story because they're basically enabling each other. So I just wonder how that's going to play out. Third book on my TBR, Addicted to You. Oh my gosh, look how I look in the glass. A 3-word title. Okay, I have 3 options. One Dark Window, City of Bones, which is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series. I did softy enough this book because like I said, I've been in a slump. So I made it to chapter 5, but this is a series that I really want to get into. I know I'm like many years late, but I just hear such great things about this series. And then I have A Curious Beginning, and this is like a historical mystery fiction book, which is out of my comfort zone, but Katie is reading, loves this series, and I'm intrigued. But this has been on my TBR before and I didn't read it. Do I want to give this another chance? I think I do. We're gonna add this as my 4th book, A Curious Beginning. Okay, on to the next. A book that ends on an odd number. So this is meaning like the page number. I'm just gonna pick books that I'm leaning towards and see if they end with an odd number. So far, we're not getting lucky. Okay, I just had to clear up some storage. Forgive me if the angle is different. I'm still looking for an odd number book. And this is taking me longer than expected. Okay, finally found our 3 options. The Mindfuck series, City of Bones, and Cinder. I think this is like a fairy tale reimagining based off Cinderella. I don't know exactly the whole story, but I know that it's a cyborg. So it's kind of like a sci-fi spin-off of Cinderella. I don't really know the whole story. I hear this is supposed to be really good though. I mean, I guess I hear that about all my books, that's why I get them. This is so hard to choose. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with City of... Do I want to go with City of Bones? Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. We're gonna go with City of Bones, and it's my final decision, okay? An author never read. So an author that's new to me. Okay, so I'm kind of leaning towards these 2. I have The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I have yet to read a book by her. This book is about a low-down, cheating husband. His mistress ends up dead, and his wife is his only hope to save him. Low-down, cheating husband. So yeah, he's being accused of murdering the mistress, and his wife is his only chance of being saved. That just sounds so good. And then I have Belladonna. I'm not too sure what this is about. I think it's a YA fantasy. Belladonna brings to life a highly romantic, gothic-infused world of wealth, desire, and betrayal. This actually sounds pretty good too. And it's a duology, I think. I don't know if it's a whole series, but the 2nd book is out. Decisions. I think I am leaning towards Belladonna. 6th book on the list goes to Belladonna. Moving on. A thrifted book. Okay, so I actually got Belladonna from Half Price Books, so I'm considering that a thrifted book, and I'm just going to consider this the thrifted book, and then I could probably end up putting this on the TBR list. Author that I haven't read before. Now on to our last pick. It says a book with multiple POVs. I already know which book I'm going to choose. Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. I've been obsessed with the Magnolia Parks world lately. It's actually the series that's gotten me out of my reading slump. Specifically Daisy Hates, like, I guess you're either a Daisy girl or a Magnolia girl. I really love them both. I just don't care for BJ, but I love them both. Think of this book as like a Gossip Girl but set in London. The drama, I'm here for it. I love it. I've missed Daisy, Christian, and Julian. So this is a book I'm glad to put on my TBR. I cannot wait. Okay, and that is all 8 books, but I kind of want to pick another one for funsies, you know? Let's just see what I get. Oh my gosh, my camera's about to die. Let's hurry. Let me change the battery. It says, a book you have high hopes for. I really have high hopes for One Dark Window and Powerless. I've heard wonderful things about Powerless, and it's romantasy, so that's my favorite genre. It's the top tier genre. You just don't get any better. You have fantasy and romance. I need it. So I'm not sure if this has romance or not. Okay, this might actually have romance as well, but I think I'm going to choose Powerless. I've also heard that this is kind of like Hunger Games, so you know I need to read it. Okay, so this is our last and final book on the TBR. So we have Powerless, Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, The Perfect Marriage, Belladonna, City of Bones, A Curious Beginning, Addicted to You, The Naturals, and Tress of the Emerald Sea. I've got quite the variety, so whatever I'm feeling, there's a book for it. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to pick up all these books and take a thumbnail. And you guys get to watch as I struggle, so great times we're having. This is a really ambitious TBR. Like I said, we won't be reading them all. I just need options. Okay. Ooh, okay. We're gonna cheat. Boy. Let's try with this hand. Okay, my arm is gonna fall off. Okay, that about wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love watching these types of videos, but if you have made it up to this point, comment down below this emoji just because I like to see watch my videos all the way through. And it's kind of like an inside joke that only the besties know, so I know if you're my bestie. So yeah, what books are on your TBR? Let me know. If you want to recommend a book, I'm always willing to buy one because clearly I have a problem. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching again. Let me go get to reading.